Welcome, Jackson Creative, Drew Dempsey. Hey, Drew, how are you today?
Hey, Paul, I'm good. How are you?
I'm great and happy that you are here. We're the last week of August. We're headed into fall, I hope, for cooler temperatures. And speaking of cool, you've got some cool stuff going on. Part of the Mississippi Invitational. You see what I did there? At the Mississippi Museum of Art. You're a photographer and a graphic designer. But tell me how your photography got into this show. How did you find out about it, and why did you want to take part?
Yeah, so I've known about the Invitational. I've gone to college here, and that was a big thing that, the gallery shows are a big thing that my professors hit on, and that they were a part of, and they wanted us to be a part of, because it is a wonderful and fun event, and people get to see your work, and you get to see other people's work, and it's awesome. I looked it up and kind of read through their theme and what they were wanting to showcase, selected about 5 or 6 images to submit, and one of them stuck. So it was pretty cool.
Yeah, tell me about that piece, the name of it, and what's kind of behind that image that is in the Mississippi Invitational for you.
Right. So the piece is called "A Boy Rides His Bike," and it is a shot of a young man and riding his bike in the parking lot of the Metro Center Mall. And it's part of a new series of work that I'm discovering in my work, in my photography work. I typically don't have a lot of pictures of people. It's mostly abstracts of ordinary life, sort of the mundane beauty of, the overlooked parts of life that we overlook. And what I'm noticing recently, even shots from years ago, I have included people, but they are often in motion or distracted or blurred in some type of way. That's kind of the backstory of the piece. I'm trying to figure out what it means, but I think it has a lot to do with sort of a fly on the wall view of people in their everyday life, sort of where people find themselves, how they relate to spaces, how they relate to architecture, how we relate to each other. So I think there's a lot of that going on there.
I love to talk to artists and photographers and just creatives in general and get inside your head and find out about the process that it takes to create these wonderful things that we see. The Mississippi Invitational at the Mississippi Museum of Art. It's open, I believe it's Thursday through Sunday. We're going to put links to all of this in our show notes so folks can know how to get there and what to see. And before the end of the month, actually, it's Art Appreciation Month, and you can get in for free. So folks can go see your work for free and all the other pieces in the Invitational. Drew, you mentioned your college days, Belhaven University, where you majored in fine art and emphasized photography as a big area of study. You were telling me that Belhaven has a world-class photography and art program.
Yes, when I was in college there, the art program was really well executed. I toured places like SCAD, Hispanic College of Art and Design, and I really wanted to go to SCAD, and it was very expensive. However, my time at Belhaven was, I feel like, so much better than a higher prestigious art school, because what we learned at Belhaven was really to make art not in a project format, not in an assignment format, but rather we made art in a way that we felt a connection to it. We learned to follow the process and, take our failures and turn them into wins. And so that's what motivated me at Belhaven, was that whole process. It was really great.
Yeah, kind of a metaphor for life's journey, right?
Very much so, yeah. It made me a much better person. I'm a terrible student, but I'd like to think I'm an okay person.
Well, you're a great person, and your art is great too. And I think you could do that anywhere. Like, you could be anywhere in the country and be a great photographer or designer, but you've chosen to base yourself and your family here in Jackson, Mississippi. What makes Jackson so special to you, Drew?
I've lived elsewhere. I've grown up in different places, and Jackson just has this it's so hard to like pinpoint this unique energy about it, this unique potential about it. I'm such a relaxed sort of vibe. I can be anywhere with a camera and nobody really cares. I can be photographing anybody, and and I love Jackson. I love the sights that I can see in Jackson. I love the textures, the hues. I love the Mississippi springtime when you get this brilliant deep blue sky and these like red asphalt roads, and it's just awesome. I just love the vibe that Jackson has.
Drew Dempsey is painting a picture of our state capital, the city with soul, through his lens and through his design work. We'll put links to Drew's portfolio and some of his projects in our show notes for this episode. Drew Dempsey, thanks so much for being here today.
Thank you, Paul. It's been such an honor. Thank you so much.